Like us, plants are made up mostly of water. And just like us, they need access to it pretty much every day, which doesn't mean you necessarily have to water every day, but just that there needs to be water in the soil available to them. And so our long-term main goal when it comes to water is improving our soil's ability to hold on to it, and also having a nice mulch layer that can hold on to it. But in the short term, it's just important to remember that plants need water. And so especially young seeds, if you've just sown seeds or young seedlings, they're often going to need water every day or two, just a little bit of water, but just because they don't have much of a root system yet. And then even when you get to perennials and shrubs and trees, they need water maybe 2-3 times a week. It's really difficult to generalize because it depends on your soil and climate, but they need water. That first year is really important to help them get established. And then when it comes to other beings like animals, we want birds and bats in our garden to control insects and fertilize our soil and pollinate our plants. And we also want frogs and maybe snakes and other animals that do a lot of good in the garden, and they need water. And so having a pond, a fountain, a rain garden, even just like saucers of water in the garden to feed them is going to be really important if you want to have them doing all these services for you. Another thing that's important to remember is that you don't want to water just around the stem. So if you have drip irrigation, watering right down around the stem, you're probably missing roots that go out a lot further than that. And when you think about the organisms in the soil, from earthworms down to microorganisms, they all need water too, and we need them to be happy, and they're all throughout the whole soil, not just around the plants. So when you're watering, it's really important to water the whole soil area so you get the plants and all the microorganisms in there. It's not a waste of water. It's really important for them to all be healthy in order to make gardens that can ultimately, that need less water.